Not for years? Wait, wasn't it supposed to be just a few weeks? Good evening. Let's examine the pressure points. Tonight's global situation looks less like politics and more like a weather report. Tonight's headlines: the United States and Israel on one side, Iran on the other. On the ground, since February 28th, U.S. and Israeli forces have launched more than 2,000 airstrikes, targeting ballistic missile sites, air defense systems, and military infrastructure deep inside Iran, including Tehran. In response, Iran launched around 500 ballistic missiles and nearly 2,000 drones, targeting locations across Israel, and U.S. military bases across the Gulf, Bahrain, the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, plus areas near American embassies and consulates. So the bad news: missiles are still flying. The good news: the launch button works perfectly for both sides. If you enjoyed this briefing, subscribe. We summarize the world's chaos every day at 7. U.S. President Donald Trump described the war as the last and best chance to eliminate Iran's nuclear threat, warning that the big wave has not happened yet. With mild surprise, almost as if more than 2,000 airstrikes so far were just a small wave. And he added that the U.S. could send ground troops if necessary. If necessary? Is it really logical that it becomes necessary to send our soldiers to die in Iran for Israel? So apparently, if necessary is now the most flexible phrase in international politics. Now we can all be proud of fulfilling Benjamin Netanyahu's dream, a dream he has reportedly had for the last 40 years. He said the alliance with the United States allowed Israel to finally strike the head of the Iranian regime. He also said the war will not last for years, and that the goal is a fundamental change in the region. Not for years? Wait, wasn't it supposed to be just a few weeks? Well, that's reassuring, as long as the definition of years hasn't changed. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard has threatened what it calls a massive and uncontrolled retaliation targeting American interests across the region. Iran also announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, although international naval forces still attempted to keep shipping lanes open under military protection. Global markets immediately understood the situation and asked just one question: what will the price of oil be tomorrow? The United States has begun evacuating non-essential staff and diplomats, including the UAE, Bahrain, Qatar, and Jordan. On the humanitarian side, the Iranian Red Crescent reports around 800 people have been killed in Iran so far. In addition, dozens have been killed or wounded in Israel, Lebanon, and other neighboring areas during the ongoing exchange of strikes. And after all these developments, the whole world is trying to understand what's happening, while the news itself is still trying to understand what will happen tomorrow. That concludes today's Outlook. We'll keep tracking the pressure. See you tomorrow at 7.